Gaza. It's almost 1 year after the start of the war. I've been spending the day with our UNDP PAPP colleagues that have continued even under the most difficult of circumstances, I think above and beyond what any of us can imagine, still to continue to work as to how UNDP can support the Palestinians in Gaza. This has been, I think, a very important trip today so that we could see both the impact of the emergency support that we're doing as part of the broader humanitarian operation. This includes, for example, the lead that we've been asked to take within the UN on solid waste management, which is a considerable public health risk reality. It's also an issue of environment contamination. It's also about dignity and a human element, because many of the solid waste management, the areas are actually literally where people are living as displaced persons.
We succeed to do dignity under the war.
We've also been having important discussions as UNDP in terms of how we can scale up the work that we're doing on emergency employment, so that after almost 1 year, people are not dependent on humanitarian assistance, but wherever possible, we can support immediate employment, for example, in the medical facilities, so that we can support critical services through the municipalities. We also are working to support, for example, the national CSOs and the role that they have in ensuring the continuation to the extent possible through their work of providing services to the Palestinians and especially the displaced people across Gaza. Destruction today, huge destruction in some of the neighborhoods, such as in Khan Yunis. This is also an important reflection in the work that we're planning to do to support the restoration of neighborhoods whenever it might be possible. So, for example, taking an approach around dignified transitional shelter, emergency employment, access to critical services like health, like education, like water, like electricity, and also social cohesion. I think with this much trauma, with the psychosocial, with this much displacement, really the social fabric has really been ripped apart. And what can we do as UNDP as part of the broader effort for the humanitarian response, but also looking ahead again towards that longer term, really to engage communities and to ensure community participation as we think towards a better future in Gaza. That in spite of all of the challenges, the team continues to deliver, they continue to work, they continue to find opportunities where UNDP can be an important part both of the immediate emergency humanitarian response, but also very importantly, really setting the path for longer term, medium and longer term interventions whenever those might be possible.